The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
How's everybody doing today? Hey, Neil. I see Neil in the question box. Neil, can you hear me? Neil says good morning from Sydney, Australia. Yeah, we tried to time this so we could hit as many international people as we could. Dan says, hey, Dave. Excellent. Excellent. Loud and clear. Excellent. Excellent. Looks like everybody can hear. Fantastic. Because there's a lot of people in Canada that are on the same time zones as us here in the U.S., we'll give it just a couple of minutes and let them get here, make sure everybody's here. And I wanted to talk to you guys today about what I think is just an absolutely unprecedented opportunity, and then give everybody a chance to ask some questions as they pertain to their own situations. Mark says, hope you had a good break. Yeah, that's right. I just got back from vacation. It was like we phoned in the weather. It's been so crappy here, and we just got a week of absolutely perfect weather. And I spent as much of it on my boat as I possibly could. Be honest with you, my voice is a little out of shape because I just had a week where I didn't have to talk, and that's a pretty rare thing. So, but yeah, it was a good trip. I spent a lot of time thinking about work, a lot of time thinking about SMS. I've never been a good vacationer, and there's so much exciting stuff going on over here at the Wrecking Ball camp right now that's just right on the cusp, set to explode, that it's hard to put that distance in there, I guess. Excuse me while I take a swig of, what am I drinking? Barks Diet Root Beer. There, that was valuable. I can't believe that made it into the webinar. Let's see. Ed says hi from Sydney. Ken says hi from Scotland. Yeah, let's see. Hervey Bay, Queensland. Excellent. Kevin from Scotland. Awesome. You guys over there will be in a better position to know how this affects you. But basically, I actually, on the next slide here, I got who this is for. And the answer to that question is Canada, the UK, and Australia. I'll get into it here in just a minute. But in Scotland, I don't know that we can help unless you're not working in Scotland. It's not on the radar right now, but we're always exploring new APIs and all that. Oh, okay, it's still part of the UK. Wow, I'm getting lit up. Yeah, people get on me about my geography here a little bit. It's not a different country. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. If I offended everybody, I'm sorry. I guess I was thinking, what's the problem with Scotland? There's no problem with Scotland. There's no problem with Scotland. I didn't realize Scotland was part of the UK. Look at what I started. Scottish people, this is for you. Yankee, go home. All right, fair enough. Let's get through this first. I'll tell you what, I'm just going to tear into it here a little bit and let everybody that's straggling watch the replays real quickly. Most of us know who we are, but if you're new to us, maybe you just bought, a recent FSO, and that's how you got on the list. We're the creators of the Wrecking Ball SMS system, which is almost 2 years old, created by marketers for marketers, and it's the most cutting-edge, white-label, enterprise-class SMS system that exists. We're the only company at the enterprise level that distributes software. So it's on your hosting, it's under your control and your security, and that's a requirement for a lot of people. And we've been servicing the USA, the UK, and Canada with long codes through Twilio for this time. And recently we added the 69696 USA shortcode. So I'll give you a real quick, just an overview. I mean, this is the system, and it's a complete SMS company package. Okay, so this is what we build. Now, this is our full-fledged Wrecking Ball SMS system. And recently, we picked up a shortcode. Those of you that don't know the difference between a long code and a shortcode, a long code is what you would, well, a long code is a full phone number. A short code is 5 or 6 digits, and we have one for the US, and it's 69696. So for instance, you could text pizza to 69696, and if somebody had the keyword pizza, you would get a response. Okay, so that's what we've been doing. It's all we do, and we do it, in our opinions, very well. We're pretty proud of our SMS software, which includes our new project loyalty system. Okay, we started out on long codes, and I get this question more than any other question: why shortcodes? Why are you making the moves to shortcodes? Well, I've always said, as I've progressed with this SMS thing, that as more and more people do it, the more regulated it's going to become. And we've noticed that deliverability in certain situations is now down in the high to mid 80% range on long codes. And we have confirmed a couple of cases of carrier level blocking. Now, the reason for that, and this slide is laid out a little funny, is that technically long codes are not carrier compliant for advertising. And in the US, that becomes more and more and more of a problem as text message marketing becomes more commonplace. So I've been told that in the UK, there's the same blocking issue on long codes in certain parts of the region. Okay? Second of all, short codes look more professional. Take a look at the television. You never see a TV ad where they're telling you to text into a long code. They're all on short codes. Even if they're bad short codes, that's because they know they're more memorable. 69696 is a lot more memorable than a 10-digit long code. So they do work better in that respect. Now, I expect that we're going to see increased carrier level blocking. And that's why anybody who's serious about their SMS company needs to be looking at short codes in the not too distant future. Now in the US here, it's a little more urgent from what I'm being told and what I know, but that's not the end all be all. The other reason for short codes is the send ratio. Okay, on a long code, you can get a message out about 1 every 3/4, 1 and 6/10 seconds. Okay, with a short code, you can get them out at 30 per second and up. Okay, so we can actually get them out at nearly 100 per second, but that's an extremely expensive premium service. So this are just a few of the reasons short codes, and that's a few of the reasons that we've picked up short codes for the US. Now we've had a lot of people from the UK, Canada, and Australia saying, please get us a short code solution that works with Wrecking Ball. And we put out a survey, and a bunch of you said that you were very interested. We put it all in place, and the response has been a little less than anticipated, to say the least. Now, I feel this is an absolutely unprecedented opportunity for you guys if you're still on the fence. Every single keyword is available, okay? We will have a list of available vanity shortcodes to choose from, and we'll pick the best one. Okay, this is only going to be available to existing Wrecking Ball customers, just like the US shortcode. Okay, you're the only people hearing about this offer. So it's going to be very, very, very exclusive. Okay, we're going to call you guys founding members if you jump in to help us out with getting this done. And I'm going to tell you what a founding member gets a little bit later. But one of the things is unlimited keywords. Now that's new. If you guys have already signed up on the last webinar, I told you 30 keywords. We're going to give you unlimited keywords as well for as long as you're a member. Now we'll have to come up with a round robin system, so everybody gets to pick one. We'll go again. We'll go again. We'll go again. We'll figure that part out. But you're never going to have to pay for keywords, and we're going to give you incredibly deeply discounted rates for jumping on as a founding member. Okay? This is the deal. We're talking about new vanity, international SMS shortcodes for Canada, the UK, and Australia. We're talking about integration with the Wrecking Ball system, project loyalty, and the WP SMS plugin. And I'm going to show you that here in just a second. Okay? It's going to take 1 to 2 months to get it set up from hopefully tomorrow. Okay? We're going to take care of all of the development, so it'll be ready to go as soon as the carriers approve us, because there's an approval process on the shortcode. And we think we've got the absolutely rock bottom best rates. Okay? This is what I originally said. Okay? I wanted a minimum of 50 people. At 50 people from each country, we're still eating a pretty substantial portion of it. Well, we didn't get anywhere near 50. Nowhere near it. I think as of right now, we have 17 from the UK, I think 15 from Canada, and like 6 from Australia. Okay, so it was really dismal, but we really want this to happen. So, very frankly, if we got rid of Australia, it would be a lot more stomachable. If we got rid of Canada, it would be a lot more stomachable. The UK is the only segment that truly supports itself, if you want to go technical, at these numbers. So, but we really desperately want this. So we're willing to go deeper, okay? So I talked about on the last webinar, 50 people from each country. Here's the deal, guys. And I don't want you to jump on the buy button right at this exact second. I want you to hear me out till the end of the call, because I do want you to make an informed decision. But I need like 10 more people, and we'll be able to do all 3 countries. So that's what we're getting at. That's what I need from you tonight. Okay? We want to keep it exclusive, and if I can hit 50 people over the next few months from each country, we will drop the rates to the US. Okay? I'm looking for a 90-day commitment from all of you at $37 a month. Now, this is what you're getting, okay? You're going to get grandfathered in pricing for life. You're going to get first come, first serve access to all available keywords. Okay, now there's a handful of restrictions, but they've never been a problem in the U.S. They're not going to be a problem for you guys, and we're going to figure out a system so you guys can go round robin and choose your keywords. You're going to get very exclusive access to a new shared shortcode for your country. Common shortcodes are shared across thousands and thousands of users, and keywords are impossible to get. And you're getting access to virgin shortcodes. Okay? We're going to give you free unlimited keywords for life. If you guys have already signed up, you're getting this stuff too. Don't worry about it. I got you covered. We're also going to give everybody 250 text credits a month as a founding member. Okay? We're going to give you all of our training, the 30-day challenge SMS training. If you've never sold SMS, this will teach you how to do it. And when the short codes are ready, we're also going to give you the new WPSC plugin. Okay? Now what this is, many of you know that we bought out the rights to Chad Wyatt's SMS WordPress plugin. We're converting it over to work with shortcodes. So if you don't have Wrecking Ball SMS and you don't want to buy Wrecking Ball SMS right now, you want to go get some clients first, if you sign up as a founding member on the shortcode, we're going to give you a license of the SMS WordPress plugin that'll work for your country's shortcode. And this is a really cool plugin. Doesn't do all of the viral campaigns and loyalty campaigns that Wrecking Ball SMS does, but you can go get a client. I know a lot of people that use this plugin and are still using it today, and it's going to be available with shortcode access for the international people. The U.S. people are going to have to pay for this plugin with shortcode access, okay, if they're locked in at the founding rate member. So this is a big deal for you guys, I think. It's going to allow you to get on board. I'm asking you to trust me a little bit with the 90 days. Many of you watched us go through this process with the U.S. and you understand what's going on and you're already there. But those of you that are new, I'm asking you to trust me, and if you're in one of these countries, and you have a desire to be a text message marketer, the training that we're going to give you via the 30-day challenge is the best training. We will put you in business as a text message marketer. But since these are brand new short codes, it's going to take us 1 to 2 months for carrier approval, and then we'll be done. Okay? Like I said, everybody's going to get unlimited free keywords. This is huge. This is something the U.S. people do not even get. Okay? Now, there's more demand in the U.S., but this is a big, big deal. You guys are going to be able to get the keywords that you want. Okay? Additional text message credits. Like I said, we're going to give you $250 each as founding members. And obviously, if our cost goes through the roof and the pricing goes up over a year, we're going to have to talk about that. But you get the idea. We're going to take care of you. Additional credits are 2.5 cents to 6 cents in the UK, and I believe that's in pounds or euros. I got this wrong on the last call here for Australia, and the guys lit me up. Canada is 2.5 cents to 6 cents, and Australia is 4 to 8 cents Australian dollars. Okay? Pence. Thank you, Mark. So, yeah, 2.5 to 6 pence in the UK. Thank you, sir. So that's what additional credits. Now, the only time you're going to pay these max prices, the 6 cents and the 8 cents and the 6 pence, is if you're buying like a 100 credit test pack. There's never going to be a reason for you to do that because we're already giving you a couple hundred credits to do your testing and your setup. So, but that's what additional credits are going to cost. And this is the deal. Because I don't want to take everybody's money and then have to refund it if it doesn't happen. This is how we have it set up. We have it set up as a $1 14-day trial, and then the first 90 days up front at $111 US. So you pay $1 today, 2 weeks from now, you pay $111. There's no refunds on this whatsoever, and I'll know by 10 o'clock tonight if it's happening. I suspect that it is. We want it pretty bad, and we're pretty committed to helping you guys overseas make this happen. Now, this is a slide I used from the original webinar where I said today by the 8th. So I'm going to make a decision today based on what happens right after this webinar. Okay? If I can see that there's a little bit of movement, 2-3 people that are serious and understand the deal, we're going to pull the trigger on it. Now, what I'm going to need you to do is after I say yes over the next couple of days, we're going to get you a new founding member payment link that will start 90 days from your original payment, and that will be your regular recurring. I'm asking you to sign up for WootText Canada, WootText UK, and WootText Australia. I want you to go to wreckingballmobile.com/international-shortcodes. wreckingballmobile.com/international-shortcodes. This is an amazing opportunity, you guys. It truly is. It's truly an opportunity to be on the ground floor of something that is guaranteed to become as special as it has in the U.S., and you guys can be part of that. I'll take any questions for those of you that have questions. Let me open my question box up here. Steve says, Twilio still isn't here in Australia. Is that changing? We don't know, Steve. We've been, I don't want to say lied to so many times, and feel like I have a pretty strong relationship with my Twilio rep, and I can't get a straight answer to that. So I have no idea. I have no idea if Twilio's coming, and if it does, it'll be just long codes, you know. Twilio doesn't carry shared short codes. John says, Dave, this is in addition to our Wrecking Ball membership, right? Yes, this is in addition to your Wrecking Ball membership. Yes, sir. We cannot include short code access with the basic Wrecking Ball membership, and we don't in the U.S. as well. However, if you don't have Wrecking Ball, we are going to give you the WPSC WordPress plugin when it's ready to go. And you could I know lots of people that run successful businesses just with that plugin and on long codes, so it'll be twice as good on short codes. Let's see. Yeah, okay. That's a great question. Kenneth points out that there's a handful of Australians that bought Wrecking Ball on a monthly 3, 4, 5 months ago and have been paying monthly to keep their prices grandfathered in based on long codes for Australia, because that's what Twilio told us. If you're in that situation where you're currently paying monthly for Wrecking Ball and have been more than 90 days and you're in Australia, if you buy into the short code, I'll make it right by you. Give me a support ticket and I'll take care of you. I'll make it right for you. I'll give you a couple months off of Wrecking Ball if you're in that situation, because we still don't know when Twilio's coming. Now, we looked at Burst for long codes, but then Burst put out an announcement that they were raising their pricing, and it became pretty expensive. So if we can just get a couple more people to commit, this is such a much better way to go. And this is the way we want you guys all to go so you can be just ultra successful. Ken says, what's the 14-day trial? I have not seen anything about access to any functionality. The reason for the 14-day trial, Ken, was because we wanted to know how many people were truly committed. But I didn't want to take your money and then have to refund it. So we set it up as a 14-day trial, and that way I can just cancel that trial if it wasn't to go through. How many of you on the call have purchased today? Give me just a yes. Don't give me a no, but if you have, give me a yes. And I'll tell you whether or not we're doing this. Okay. We're doing this, guys. We're doing it. There's a solid 10 of you here, might be a dozen. We're going to pull the trigger on this, and we're going to do this in all 3 countries. And we're going to get you guys the short codes that you're looking for. Cool? Does anybody else? I probably missed some questions now that the question box lit up. Jump in here, guys. Very frankly, there's going to be one opportunity on the replay to be a founding member on this, because it's not fair to the founding members if we call everybody a founding member. And pricing's going to be different, and we're going to treat those people different. So you want to be in on this. We're going to take care of you. We've always taken care of all of the people that helped us get something off the ground, and we always will. So appreciate you. Why do I desperately want this, says Ian? Because, very frankly, we believe that there's opportunities here. We don't do a very good job at selling Wrecking Ball SMS. We've sold it strictly to marketers. And if we're going to sell not to marketers necessarily, but try and expand an audience outside of the Warrior Forum, then we feel that there's substantially less competition to do things like a simple tool in Australia. And we've heard for years and years and years from people, not years and years and years, 2 years and years, from people that want this and have been asking for it since day one. So we're hoping we'll be able to reach out to that segment of our customer base that we've lost and hopefully get them back on board. So let's see. All right, let me go back up in the question box here. Let me get some question box answers open. Okay. How do the credits work if I have WBSMS and loyalty as well, if no keywords needed for loyalty? I wasn't going to put him on the spot here. We've got that figured out. A loyalty technical call is a better place to answer that, Mark. But we've got that figured out, and if you have that situation immediately, I don't think you do, though, because you're in the UK, put in a support ticket, and we'll take care of it. But we got it handled. You'll be able to track it and assign everything that needs to be assigned and use keywords or use credits without keywords. So that's the other thing here, guys, too. If you're a member of the Thursday Think Tank and you know what's going on with our project loyalty software, the shortcode access is probably going to be near mandatory to operate on the Phase 4 non-disclosure agreement stuff with project loyalty, because we need to maintain its compliance. So we need to be in control of that portion of it to get the proper licensing. So if you're looking at making a run with project loyalty, and you should be, because people over here are just selling it like crazy already, that's another great reason to jump on. So Alex says, what's included in the package, including training? Can Shortcode be used separately from WB-SMS? Once everything's through approval, now keep in mind again, we're going to be pulling the trigger on a brand new shortcode, so there's going to be an approval process that's going to take 1 to 2 months. Okay. Once that's done, yes, the shortcode can be used separately from WB-SMS using the WordPress plugin that we're developing. That's based off of Chad Wyatt's Twilio WordPress plugin. Okay, we're modifying it to work with the international shortcodes. We're giving you our 30-day challenge SMS training, and there's not going to be a lack of training for you. I can promise you that. Now, if you want to jump in with both feet and are interested in the best SMS system on the planet to complement your new shortcode purchase in Australia or the UK or Canada, you can go to wreckingballmobile.com/v6-is-here. And there's a webinar that's a little out of the ordinary on that page because of some weather difficulties, but it covers what is the best SMS system on the planet. And once you have your international shortcodes, also known as Woot Text subscription, hooked up, you're an SMS company. And you're going to be part of a very exclusive group of people. There's only 25 of you across all of Canada and 25 of you across all of the UK. Put you guys in a very, very sweet spot, in my opinion. Let's see. So when we commit and pay the $111 for the first 90 days, does that technically cover the first 90 days when the shortcode is usable in 2 months? Yes, correct. We expect you to be able to use the shortcode sometime from 6 to 4 weeks included in that 90 days. We're being told the maximum approval time in all these countries is 2 months and quicker in the UK. In the US, it was much longer than that, but this is supposed to be easier to do. And we've already looked at the development. It's going to be very easy for us. So, yeah, you should have at least 3-4 weeks access at a minimum to the shortcode with Wrecking Ball, and we may be a week or so behind that with the plugin. Paul says, if the numbers still don't add up, let's all just chip in some more money. That might be a possibility, Paul. Let's just get it done and let's pull the trigger on it. We may come back to you guys and say, hey, for an extra $15 a month, we'll never sell it, or whatever. I don't know. And if we can figure out a way to get 50 people on it, which is a great number, it still gives you guys plenty of opportunity, plenty of exclusivity, then we would be able to hopefully drop the price by $10 a month. So if we can put enough people on it, we'll honor that price reduction. We really will. Kate says, will it still be okay to buy tomorrow? Yeah, we're going to do it, Kate. If all the people that put, yep, I just buyed in the question box are being honest with me, we're going to do it. We know what we can afford to contribute, and it's a pretty substantial dollar amount, and we're doing it based on the fact that hopefully it will allow us to expand our sales. that's the truth. You know, it's a big number to crunch. So let's see. Is there a chance price per SMS will drop lower? There's a chance. Yeah, there is a chance, Alan. If there will be a better rate, you know, available depending on the final numbers of members. I think we're making 0.3 of a cent if we're doing our math right, you know, based on the dead traffic. So there's a lot of dead loss on the shared shortcode that we still have to pay for because people drop off at keywords, but the keywords still keep coming in, something like that. Steve says, I'm in the think tank too. Do I get access to loyalty as well? Yeah, absolutely. Project loyalty, you bet. That it's all, think tank's all about project loyalty, and you get that as for your think tank membership. Paul says, I signed up because I have faith in you. Thank you, sir. But what's the difference between WBSMS and the plugin? WBSMS is a full-fledged white label enterprise class SMS company. You install it on your servers, you hook it up to, you know, the shortcode here, and it really puts you in a position to add clients. It turns you into an SMS company. It has all types of advanced campaigns like viral campaigns and surveys and trivia, and it has phone features and campaign sorting and logicals and all of those kinds of things. The WordPress plugin is a great, simple way to run an SMS campaign with autoresponders and still trigger some other events, but it's just quick and easy, and it gets the job done if you're just going to sell for the very first time. It keeps you from overcomplicating things. The Wrecking Ball system is very complex. It has an enormous learning curve to it. You have to be dedicated to doing it. The WordPress plugin is not that way. The WordPress plugin, you can be up and running and selling SMS services to local businesses, hopefully as soon as you get through the 30-day challenge that we're going to give you, so you know how to do it right. Mark says, by the way, 4p is the lowest shortcode price without anywhere near the functionality of WBSMS, so get on this, UK, ... Thank you for the call out, sir. Yeah, no, there's no Twilio in New Zealand either, I know. Kevin says, Dave, I have to admit I feel a little bit out of the loop. Was there a previous webinar or anything? It seems like it could fit into my business plan, but at the moment I'm a little unsure. Can you explain how the keywords work? You bet. You'll be getting a shared shortcode in your country, similar to it'll be 5 numbers. You know, we'll try and pick something memorable, 77000, something like that. And because that's shared across this group, which is still pretty exclusive, the way when somebody texts in, we know who to send that lead to is through the keyword. So the keywords, there can only be one keyword pizza on the shortcode, but there can be a pizza 13 and a pizza 12 and a Bob's Pizza, you know, that kind of thing, if it's no spaces. So that's what a keyword is. Now, on our US shortcode, we charge people for those keywords, $2 a month and $5 a month in some cases on premium keywords. But as a founding member internationally, you guys are going to get keywords for free. So Kevin, if you want to fit SMS into your business plan and you've got some clients or you know some good clients that you could maybe approach for SMS, we've got some of the best training on the SMS world. It's centered around WBSMS, but it's perfectly applicable to the new WordPress plugin as well. So, and we'll help any way that we can. How many Wrecking Ball SMS dudes in Australia, Dave? You know, we looked at that, Kenneth, and it's about 70 people that own Wrecking Ball in Australia. Most people bought at a one-time payment way back in the day. But as far as people that signed up, we were down like at 7. before the webinar, and I haven't looked right now. So, yes, Paul, there will be a replay. We'll have it posted today. It'll be on this page, wreckingballmobile.com/international shortcodes. I'll paste that into the chat box. Uh-oh, I don't know how to get there from here anymore. There we go. Let me paste that into the chat box for you guys. And I'm going to put the original webinar that we ran for this 2 weeks ago that I've been told was a little confusing. Oh, I can't paste it, guys. Right there. Go to Wrecking Ball. Oh, let me type it in. Ed, can you put that in the chat if you're hanging out? Nice. It's already in there. Thank you. I should have known. Are you going to limit the number to 50 in Canada? That would definitely make the shortcut exclusive. I'm not going to answer that right now because we may limit it to 100. We've got 200 on the U.S. shortcode, and there's not a problem. I mean, there's just no problem with the exclusivity. My gut tells me that we could be supporting 500 to 600 and have very little overlap in the real world. But certainly no more than 100. I wouldn't expect it to hit 50 before the end of the year, to be honest with you. Allison says, how exclusive will it remain if you want to expand your sales? Well, that's a great question, Allison. To be honest with you, since we're giving you guys keywords, the exclusivity does fade, right? Because it's about the keywords. It's about having that good keyword set to a degree. But, again, like I said, we got 200 people on the U.S. shortcode. I think actually 220-ish. There's no problem there. And we're never going to go and sell 500 seats. We're just not. We don't want to support that kind of a customer base. So let's see. I came into this late. Does this mean that I could use Wrecking Ball SMS for local restaurants? If by local you mean you're in the Canada, UK, or Australia nations, that's exactly what this means, Ken. Whoops. Can't do that. Let's see. Didn't I? Yeah, Frank, you did. I meant to actually post that today. Yep. You got it. Consider it done, Frank. I'll be getting a hold of you tomorrow anyway. Let's see. Kevin says, could I set up, say, 200 clients, give them X amount of text messages for free per month for a month fee? Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Kevin. How is appointment reminder affected by shortcode? Appointment reminder can use the shortcode. And as far as I know, that's done. I think we talked about that a while back. I could be wrong. I'll check on it, Mark. Mark, put in a support ticket on that. Just a quick reminder, and just say shortcode in the title, Dave-shortcode, and I'll find out the answer to that. Let's see. Do all of the features, that's a great question. Steve says, do all of the WBSMS features work in Australia, even though there isn't Twilio there? No, the voice features, Steve, won't work in Australia, even after the shortcode. You can't do anything with voice on a shortcode. So in Canada and the UK, if you buy into the shortcode and you're using shortcode for your text messaging, with Wrecking Ball, you'll still be able to use a long code to have people call in, join the list, listen to a menu, route the call, that kind of stuff. But not in Australia as of yet. Now, after we get the shortcode thing settled in, we may still look at Burst just to do that. Mark asked the same question. How soon can we start reserving the keywords? About a month. About 4 weeks. Because what we're going to do is currently in the U.S. we have our WootText site set up. This is where we manage the keywords, and this is the shortcode system. So we have we're going to be setting up a separate site for all the different countries as well. Wall, I don't know about New Zealand. I think we were referred an API to New Zealand. We kind of need to overcome this hurdle first, but I think there's a company that we found that does New Zealand. I don't remember. It was a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, let's see. Can I use WBSMS for voice-based pay-per call system that is too big a stretch? No, you can do that, Steve, but not on the shortcode. Not on the shortcode. That's a loyalty question. Let's see. Yep, John, I see that. I'll get a hold of you first thing in the morning. We'll get it straightened out. Hit me on Skype. Send me a reminder. I'm going to be done right after the call tonight. I have to go tile shopping. Will it be a different shortcode for each country? Yes, it will, Steve. Yes, it will. Let's see. What is Woot versus WBSMS? WBSMS is the actual software that connects to Twilio, connects to Woot Text. Woot Text is the shortcode service that we provide for some of our software holders. Is there any limit on the size of our clients? No, not at all. Any limit on the size of client base? No, not at all. How far from my city can I go with the shortcodes? I'm in Canada. Can I use U.S. shortcodes from Canada? I don't think that you can. I don't know what the crossover is near the border. Let's see. Can we create customer databases just from shortcode responses? With Wrecking Ball SMS and a shortcode, you can segregate and poll and find out anything you want to know about your customers through sequenced responses and logic operations. Let's see. That's a great question too. Allison wants to know, will I be able to use both US and UK shortcodes on the same installation? I believe so. But I need to confirm that, Allison. And if you could put in a support ticket, unless Ed, are you still there? Can you just give me a?
I'm here.
Oh, I was going to say you don't have to jump on. Do we have that figured out? I know we looked at it.
Run that by me again.
Will somebody be able to use a US and a UK shortcode from the same installation?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. There you go, Allison. Thanks, Ed. Let's see. Yeah, Kevin, we could set that up. If you put in a support ticket, that'd be great. So you can't use a USA shortcode in Canada. No, Jeff, you can't. It's routed at the carrier level. And actually, if you text anything to 69696 in, I think, all of Canada, you get hockey updates. God's honest truth. Because we tried to get the same shortcode, but it's already taken. Does it make sense to combine shortcode and long codes? I feel that really, if you're looking to take SMS to the next level, then the only reason you should be using the long codes is to do some voice-based menu list adding type stuff. For instance, you can have somebody call in, and while you're routing that call, you can send them a text, right? And you can do that with Wrecking Ball by combining long codes and short codes. Let's see. Ari, these short codes for Australia, I assume that I can't set up an individual account for restaurants. So I do completely manage and allocate. Well, with the Wrecking Ball SMS, you can actually set up a client login. For instance, if we come over to Wrecking and I go manage client accounts, You can see these are all client accounts, and when you log in as that client, you show them whatever you want them to see, and this is all brandable. So you can create client accounts on Wrecking Ball SMS. The new WordPress plugin has some limited client account functionality. But what you would do is create a new keyword for each client, right? And that's how you would maintain that client's list. It's very, okay, good, understood, he says. Excellent, Ken, thank you. Let's see, can I talk or am I not showing up on the system? Let me take a look. Let me take a look. Oh, you are. Let me unmute you, Paul. Paul Kahn, are you there?
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm fine, thanks.
Did you want?
Quick query.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a quick query though. I didn't put yes in the box to say that I'd purchased today because there was an email came out to me for action by the 7th or 8th of July. I actually signed up then and paid the $1 and signed up form. Is it another form I have to sign?
No, not at all. If you've already been through it once, you're good to go, and I appreciate you.
Right, fine. That's okay. That's the first thing I want to know. Also, I want to just clarify something. My nearest competitor, I do have Wrecking Ball 6. All right.
Okay.
Started off with 5, and I have 6. I do have some clients. I'm extremely interested in the shortcode. My nearest competitor here in the UK, if I wanted to get a shortcode number, is £25 something a month. No contract or anything like that, but that is about the same price that yours is coming in at, so it's not expensive at all. But your rates, the premium rates, payment rates, will be a lot cheaper because, as the other person said, it's 4p near enough here from them.
Okay.
So yes, it's good to go.
It's good to go. I appreciate that. I appreciate you coming on and letting us know about that. Yeah, it's going to happen. We're going to do it. So I'm excited about it. I'm excited to be able to finally provide a solution to all of you, that have been wanting it for a while. So
Yeah, thanks a lot.
thanks, Paul. Let's see. I'm guessing from the screen we can send out coupons to people on the client's SMS list. Yeah, we have our geo-targeted coupon commander built into the Wrecking Ball SMS. And I don't want this to turn into a Wrecking Ball SMS webinar, but this is an amazing mobile coupon squeeze page and page builder that actually does geo-targeting. So you can set up, let's say you have a franchise pizza operation that has 13 stores all over your area. You get the keyword pizza, and when people text in pizza, you send them back a link, and whichever pizza place they're actually closest to is the page or mobile coupon that you deliver. So that's built into Wrecking Ball. It's one of the very powerful features that I forget to mention. There's so much in here that you really need to take a look at a Wrecking Ball webinar and pay attention, probably watch it twice to get a feel for what's really going on inside Wrecking Ball. You can do that, like I said, right here at wreckingballmobile.com/v6-is-here. So let's see. Got that one. Any questions that I missed, guys? Otherwise, I'm going to wrap it up, process this replay, put it up on the page at wreckingballmobile.com/international-shortcodes. Am I aware of the help text reply issue? Yeah, we're talking about that again, the help and the stop, and looking for a way to make everybody happy, David. I can tell you that much. Let's see. Been waiting and holding off getting started today and would like to have an opportunity to review all of the USA International's opportunities. Let me know I can find links to decide this opportunity. Okay. Regarding the payment, when will the 111 go out? 14 days from the day you pull the trigger, Frank. So if you're pushing the button now, I'm not going to change the button. It'll still be 14 days from today. If you pushed the button 2 weeks ago, should be tonight. So What company do you recommend for Australia instead of Twilio? I don't have a recommendation, Steve, right now for Australia. Australia's in a tough spot. Burst does basic campaign functionality, but we don't integrate with Burst as of right now. Let's see. Kenneth says, need to contact you about my WBSMS account. Kenneth, support.wreckingballmobile.com. I've got it up on the screen. Dan says, I'm excited. Me too, Dan. Let's see. Please put in a link to join the UK Shortcode. You can get it at, there's 3 buttons on the page at wreckingballmobile.com/international-shortcode. And it's in the chat box. It's in the GoToWebinar chat box right now. Mark says, massive thanks in all caps to Dave, Ed, Eric, and all at WBSMS. Thanks. It's good to know that we're appreciated. We're really, you know, we're taking on some big risks here based on the unknown, and we're doing it because we really like, you know, if we can change one life. That's a pretty cool deal for us. If you haven't been on my webinars, then you know, you may question that, and that may sound BS, but those of you that have been with me a long time know that that's what I'm about. So, cool. I'm going to get this wrapped up. I hope all of you have a great day or a great evening or wherever you are, and we'll see you on the other side. You're all going to get, you'll be getting some emails very, very soon if you signed up, explaining what the very next step is, and we'll be keeping you informed all along the way. So we'll talk to all of you very, very soon. I want you to have a great day and a very profitable tomorrow.